Hi, I'm Adam Armstrong from thenewalpha.com, and in this video I want to talk to you about magic bullets and quick fixes versus mastery. So, what the heck do I mean when I say magic bullets and quick fixes? Well, in today's society, most people, and it really is most people, aren't really prepared to work hard for things. They kind of want like quick fixes. They want one thing to solve all their problems in a particular given area. You know, and I just refer to it as a quick fix, but marketers often call it like a magic bullet. And you see this kind of thing all the time. Like, I'll give you some examples. So like you'll see a women's magazine and it'll be like 7 days to a bikini body, you know. Or you'll see a men's magazine and it's like your best abs ever in 5 days. Or, you know, something else like, let's say, you know, they'll tell you that you can get like chest and arms like a top bodybuilder within the next 3 weeks. You know, it's always this idea of you don't have to do anything, but you're going to end up with world-class results. Or, you know, in the world of online businesses, there's a lot of people out there teaching people how to make money online. You'll see things like, you know, how to grow a business to $1 million in the next 3 months. And the truth is that most of the time, these workout programs, these financial promises, whatever it is, these magic bullets, these quick fixes just don't work. But we as human beings fall for them because most of us are too fucking lazy to figure out what's really required to be successful in a given area. You know, whether it's physically or financially or in our sex lives, whatever it is, most of us are just too lazy. We don't want to go there and put the hard work in to get the success we desire. So what is the answer? If the answer isn't magic bullets and quick fixes, what's the answer? If you want to be successful in any given area, you know, if you're a woman and you want a bikini body, or you're a man and you want razor sharp abs, or a big chest and big arms, or you want big legs, or, you know, you want a business worth $10 million, what's the answer? Well, the answer to all of those things is really to embrace the idea of mastery. And a lot of people think of mastery and they think it's not for them. They think that mastery is beyond them. It's something that's just for the best in the world. They think that mastery means that you're world number one. You're the richest guy in the world, or you're the best golfer in the world, or the best tennis player, or you're the fastest selling musician of the past 10 years. They think that's what mastery means. That's not it. At best, that's like the master. You know, that's the one person in any given arena who's top dog. But the truth is that the master changes, doesn't it? You know, if you look at the world of sports, the same team or the same player doesn't tend to win all the time. So whoever's best changes. Same in the world of business, you know. I often look at who the richest men in the world are and it changes. You know, it's often the same few people, but it does change. And sometimes one guy will fall way out and another one will come in. So what is mastery if it's not about being top dog? If it's not about being the best in the world? Well, mastery is about a process of continuous and never-ending improvement. Now, you have to be really honest about what improvement is, because people can kid themselves. People can think that they're getting better at something and they're not. Now, some things are easier to kid yourself with than others, but some things are very clear. You know, if you're trying to master like your business, and one of the ways that you're defining mastery of business is that you're making more profit and able to earn more money. Well, if your accountant tells you that you've made more money that year, more profit, and you've been able to draw a bigger income, you'll know you've made progress. So you've gone some way towards mastery. You're on a journey of mastery. You know, with some sports, it's very easy to tell if you're making progress. Like with golf or with weightlifting, can you lift more weight? Yes or no? You know, there's no middle ground. Well, maybe. No. Can you lift more weight? Yes or no? Did you get better? You know, with golf, are you shooting lower scores? Yes or no? Now, other sports like soccer, it might be difficult. Are you getting better? Yes or no? Well, it's tricky to say because I'm in a team of 11 guys. Like, you know, all right, the team's won more games this year, but did I do better? I mean, it's harder to say. But you still have to figure out ways of measuring your progress. Otherwise, you can kid yourself. But the point here is that most people fall for magic bullets and quick fixes because they're very attractive. If you have a man who's 100 pounds overweight and someone tells him that he can, you know, that he can lose 50 pounds in the next 2 weeks simply by taking this one magic supplement, that's going to be very attractive to that guy, particularly if he's a little bit naive. And likewise, if you take a woman who's really disenfranchised with the way she looks, she's really not happy with her body, you know, maybe she's had a couple of kids, her stomach's loose, she's got fat thighs and she's not very toned, and she reads some article that says, listen, you can do this one exercise that requires no effort, and if you'll just do it for 2 minutes once a week, you know, you're going to have a beach body like X celebrity. If she's a little bit naive and is a bit afraid of hard work, she might well fall for that. And I would say that most people are a little bit naive and most people are afraid of hard work. And that's what mastery is all about. It's about hard work and smart work. Like, to get on a path of mastery, right, you have to decide what it is that you want to be better at. And then you have to formulate a strategy to make yourself better at that thing. And then you have to commit to that strategy for a period of time, and it's got to be a long enough period of time for you to know whether that strategy is working. So you have to define, how are we improving? Let's say you come up with a strategy and you say, right, I'm going to commit to this for 30 days. And if these key indicators of improvement are positive, we know the strategy is working and we can stick with it. If they're not, we know the strategy needs changing. So there's a lot going on in strategy. You've got to know what you want. You've got to know how to measure progress. You've got to have a plan that's going to help you make progress. And it's just too much for most people. They'd rather just keep buying one supplement after another, after another, after another that doesn't work. They'd rather keep buying one book after another or video course after another, after another, after another that tells them how to make more money. And they, oh no, that was too difficult, throw it away. No, I don't like that one, throw it away. They'd rather keep, you know, or maybe the book's just about one thing that simply doesn't work and they try it, they realise they've been duped again, or they don't even see it that way. They just decide to keep buying more books, more courses, never committing to anything. Mastery is about commitment. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest secrets to success when you're on a journey of mastery is to find a good mentor or a good coach, something like that. Like for instance, with my golf, I've got a really good golf teacher. And to find him, I had to go through 4 or 5 other golf teachers first who I really didn't like, didn't get on with, didn't make progress with them. I was like a frustrated golfer for years. I never made any progress. And then I met my current golf teacher, and all of a sudden I'm playing better golf. So having a mentor or a teacher or a coach, whatever you want to call it, is really helpful when you embrace this like path of mastery, this journey of, as Tony Robbins would call it, continuous and never-ending improvement. The Japanese have a freaking word for it. It's called Kaizen, K-A-I-Z-E-N, Kaizen, and it means the same thing: continuous and never-ending improvement. And here's the magical thing of it: when you commit to mastery, you commit to Kaizen, you commit to continuous and never-ending improvement. Doesn't really matter what we call it. When you commit to getting better at something every day, even if you only make tiny little improvements, if you make those improvements every day, and sometimes accept that you go backwards a little bit, because that does happen with a lot of things. But if you generally make those improvements every day and the general path is upwards, with the odd blip that happens with all things, in 3 months you make a lot of progress, you know. In 6 months you make a lot of progress. In a year you might be like a different person, or your business might be totally transformed. And if you stick with that methodology for 5 or 10 years, you might start to be in the top 5% or even 1% of people in the world at whatever it is that you've set out to master, assuming you've put as much practice in as they have. And if you commit to this concept of mastery for let's say 15, 20 years, you might be the best in the world, or you might be so close to the best in the world that it doesn't matter. You know, you might be top 10 in whatever field you're in. Meanwhile, you may have a friend who just didn't get this idea of mastery, and he kept going for the quick fixes. And 5 years down the line, you look at your friend and you think, Jesus, 5 years ago we were the same person. We were both out of shape. We both had no money. He's carried on doing the same things. He's kept buying a new supplement and a new workout program every month, throwing them all away, not using them properly, or simply being duped by clever marketing. And he's just the same as he was 5 years ago. He's made no progress. Meanwhile, you've embraced this path of mastery. You found good teachers. You know, you've changed your physical body, you've grown your business, or you've moved up the career ladder. And now, unfortunately, you don't have much to say to your friend anymore, because you're just 2 different people. You've moved ahead and he stayed the same. Well, for every one of you who chooses to move ahead, there's like 99 people who just stay the same, who fall for the magic bullets and the quick fixes. And you know, me and my business partner, Elwyn Robinson, we run a company called thenewalpha.com, and I'll briefly tell you about this. We sell super herb blends for men that improve energy and some that improve sexual performance. So we got one supplement, our bestseller, called Rock Hard Formula, and it gives guys rock hard erections. But most products in this marketplace are sold like this. The company will literally tell you, you take 2 capsules of this product, and 2 weeks later you've put 4 inches on your dick, you can get hard and last for 3 hours, and you can have any woman you want. And guys literally fall for messages that blunt and that blatantly ridiculous. Like, take 2 capsules of this a day, 2 tiny little capsules that barely have anything in them. And a lot of these companies are filling them with crap. Not even good quality what's in there, but there's hardly anything in there. And they'll throw you a magic bullet like, take 2 capsules a day, and you'll put 4 inches on your dick, and you'll last 3 hours. And you'll keep your woman up all night, and she'll come 1,000 times. That's how they market these magic bullets, and guys fall for it. They take the product, they use the month's supply. Oh, that one didn't work. Surprise, surprise. They didn't change anything else in their life. They wanted mastery of their erection, which is a key indicator of health for men, by the way. Can you get and maintain a rock-hard erection? Yes or no. If you can't, you ain't healthy. That's the truth. They want mastery of their erection, changing nothing else in their lifestyle. Bearing in mind, most men are doing some very unhealthy things like eating crap, drinking too much alcohol, the list goes on. They took 2 little pills, it didn't work, 1 magic bullet, then they go and buy the next one from the next company, the next one from the next company. We've literally had people come to us before they buy our product and tell us that they've tried like 20 different products, 1 a month for like 20 months. But then we don't market our product that way, because our product, Rock Hard Formula, it's more powerful than these other products on the market, and it is safe and natural, which is a big benefit over, pharmaceutical drugs. But we still don't tell people that all they have to do is take the supplement and all their erection problems are going to go away. We encourage them to engage on the mastery path. We say to them, look, you may be the kind of guy who just takes 2 teaspoons of that herbal powder a day and enjoys better erections. If you're a younger guy and you're just looking for a boost and you're not totally impotent, that's probably going to be the case. You're probably going to be able to take 2 teaspoons of that a day and enjoy better erections for sure. But for a lot of our customers who are in their 40s and 50s and 60s, and these erection problems have been going on for some time, and the causes of these erection problems, like too much cortisol, not enough testosterone, too much estrogen, poor circulation, those causes they've made happen over the period of years. So to those guys, we say, look, by all means just take the supplement, but if you want the best results, you also need to improve your lifestyle. Just simple stuff like drinking water as opposed to pop, eating fruits and vegetables as opposed to chocolate and candy, taking some exercise every day, even if it's just a 5 or 10 minute walk, making sure you get enough sleep at night, 7 or 8 hours a night, instead of, trying to get by on 6. And doing something to de-stress, finding something that makes you happy, makes you feel fulfilled, that you can engage in every day, even if it's just for 20 minutes, because that'll help the body de-stress. And then we say to these guys, look, we understand that those things take a bit of effort. It takes a bit of effort to drink water instead of pop or coffee. It takes a bit of effort to eat fruits and vegetables instead of candy and sweets. It takes a bit of effort to sleep well, to exercise, to do something to de-stress. But if you'll do that every day and step your game up a little bit every day, as well as taking Rock Hard Formula, well, then you're going to experience the big benefits. So one of the complaints we sometimes get with Rock Hard Formula is guys will email us and they'll say, hey, Adam, I've been taking the formula for 9 days and I'm not noticing much improvement in my erection. What's going on? And it's like, dude, what's 9 days? It turns out the guy's like 57 years of age. He hasn't exercised for 20 years. He eats complete shit. He doesn't drink water. He just drinks pop and coffee all day. He sleeps badly. He never exercises. He's stressed to death because he's doing a job he hates. And he wants this superb formula to completely transform his erection quality in 9 days. It's like, no, that might happen. You might get lucky, but for most people, no. That's why we tell people, finish the packet, go 30 days, and preferably keep taking it for several months, because the more you put good nutrition, especially stuff like Rock Hard Formula, where you're getting 2 teaspoons of super herbs in your system every day that are incredibly potent, the more you put that stuff into your system every day, day in, day out, for weeks and months on end, the more powerful the results will be. And sometimes you have to accept that if you're an older guy and you've done the wrong things from a lifestyle and health perspective for years, you have to realise that that's your fault. You've got to take responsibility for it. Nobody else forced you to do those things. And those things are what's contributed to the lack of sexual power, the lack of erection quality. So now to undo those things, it's going to take a period of time. So you've got to do the lifestyle things that I'm suggesting, like drinking more water and eating well and exercising, And you've also got to commit to taking the product, the Rock Hard formula, for maybe 3 or 4 months, and then you start noticing the big benefits. You know, if you are fortunate enough to notice serious benefits in 3 or 4 days, great. And a lot of our younger customers do. But for the older guys, sometimes it takes longer, and you have to just accept it. Accept that's the path of mastery. You don't give up because something doesn't work, something that you know is powerful. Because it doesn't work in a few days, you stick with it. So that's an example using one of our products and a typical problem that our clients want to solve. But the bigger picture is this idea of magic bullets and quick fixes, which people naively fall for all the time. And I'm not saying I've never fallen for one, I have, particularly when I was younger. I think everybody alive has. But I think it's a good gauge of naivety. The more magic bullets and quick fixes you fall for, unfortunately, the more naive you are and the less success you will enjoy. The more you become a savvy customer and ask yourself, look, can this really be true? Because usually if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Not always, but like 99.9% of the time. So if you can identify the things that are really magic bullets and quick fixes, and you can say, no, I know that what I've got to do is actually make progress in this area, this area, and this area, and this area to achieve this goal. And I need to be doing that week in, week out. And I need to measure and track my results. And I need to change my strategy when things aren't working. And I need to have the courage to stick with my strategy when things are working. Well, that's the path of mastery. And if you apply that path of mastery to your health and physical body, and to your financial life, and to your relationships and love life, then you know you do that for 5 years, and you're an unstoppable human being. And there's hardly any other, should I say, people on the planet who will enjoy the kind of purpose and meaning and fulfillment that you will enjoy. So I highly encourage you to think more about mastery and stop falling for, and encourage, you know, other people who are close and dear to you to stop falling for expensive magic bullets and quick fixes that simply don't work. The only way to be good at something is to embrace a path of mastery, which essentially is a path of continuous and never-ending improvement. If you like the video, leave a comment below, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to learn more, please visit thenewalpha.com. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button below. Then hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button, because that will give you notification when I release a new video. Also, hit the like button, and then in the comments section, leave a question, give me a feedback, or even tell me if you think I missed anything in this video, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you like this video, I'm sure you'll also enjoy my special report all about why magic pill erection cures do not work and can be lethal, plus the 5 simple lifestyle changes you can make that fix erection problems every single time. To get your hands on that free report, please visit thenewalpha.com/magic pill. That's thenewalpha.com/magic pill. I was going to do /